To the John Coltrane celebration and tribute. My name is Lovett Hines. And I just want to make an announcement. You may have heard that I have retired. I want to let you know I have not retired, I have evolved. John Coltrane didn't retire. Artists do not retire. What we do is work on evolution. And we continue to create. This space here is so very, very special to me. Matter of fact, this jacket I'm wearing is bisexual. This is really my wife's jacket, Miss Carla Washington. It was given to her by Cousin Mary. But I had to wear it. Over 20 years, maybe 15 years ago, we used to have the John Coltrane Cultural Society. We had the backyard concerts. And the backyard concerts, I think, was in this area over here. So it's so elating to be here again. It's like a cultural reviewing. And the most important thing during that period is that musicians had a chance to perform. When they couldn't perform any place else, we were looking forward to performing in the backyard concerts. And a lot of my kids who are now really, really icons in the business started as young people performing. And my dream and my mission in life is working with young people. And right now I'm 81 years old. And people always tell me, say, Mr. Hines, you look so well, you look so good for your age. And I can't help it because I'm surrounded by young energy all the time. They inspire me all the time. I find new hearts, new spirits, new talent all the time. So what I'd like to introduce you tonight to, or this evening, in this sacred place. And the thing about John Coltrane, I have some young people, Emmanuel Wilkins, and people say, well, Emmanuel Wilkins is the next John Coltrane, or the new John Coltrane. There will never be another John Coltrane. But what happens with Emmanuel and these young people, we use John Coltrane, his work ethic, his ability to create, his courage to step out forward in the music, and we use that for inspiration. And that's what inspires the future in the evolution of our music. We lost Quincy Jones. We can never replace Quincy Jones, but we can use Quincy Jones as an inspiration. His ability to constantly develop, and that's where we are now. So without further ado, I'd like to bring to you the Lovett Hines Legacy Group. And the reason I call that, because these are the young people who's going to carry on not only my legacy, but the legacy of the music of Philadelphia. And I can say the music of the world, but the music of the world comes through Philadelphia. So we have all ages, and it just inspires me. I got a young man who's 11 years old. You're going to hear him. He sounds like a little Dexter Gordon. And this is from Philadelphia. I have another young man, and everyone told me, say, you got to have this bass player, because I was missing a bass player. And when the bass player came in, he was a little tall, so I thought he was about 20 years old. Mr. Hines, he said, I'm 17, I'm still in high school. And you're going to hear him. I have a young man who came to me when we were starting a program, and I got a huge grant from the Buck Foundation to start a music education program or support a music education. So we were looking for students. So what I did is, rather than auditioning everybody, I asked any student to write an essay and tell me why they would want to have a career in music. And this young man wrote this essay and said why he wanted to have a career in music and how much he loved music. And my answer to that was integrity. Do you practice? Do you listen? Do you really want to be a musician? He said yes. This young man has gone to Berkeley on a 5-week program that cost $9,000. He left that program. Got a full scholarship to Temple University, and he's now the leader of our band, and that's Mr. Justin Griggs over there. So there are so many impactful and successful stories, and I can go on and on and on about each one of these young men. But what we want to do right now is take this time to introduce them and showcase their talent. And then I want you to come to me and say, Mr. Hines, you're doing a good job. We're going to support these young men. We know how important it is to carry on this legacy at this sacred place. Right now, it couldn't have happened at a better time for these young people to introduce themselves to you. So without further ado, I'd like to present to you the Lovett Hines Legacy Ensemble, led by Mr. Justin Griggs and his illustrious evolutionary musicians of the future.